Hi, Chelsea. Welcome back to the show. You look great, bud. Thanks so much for coming on the show. And actually, I want to thank you for coming on the show back when we first started doing the show from home, when we started the quarantine, early in the quarantine.
Yeah, you weren't in a good way when the quarantine started. I remember you were like, I was like, he better get back to work soon. You were like, how long am I going to have to stay home? I mean, seriously, I remember getting off of our Zoom and I was like, oh, he's not going to like this. He's not liking quarantine at all.
That was challenging, man. But I did. Now I look back and I go, oh yeah, I think it was fun, the home shows. But I don't remember them really. It's just happened so fast. But it was just me. It was just Nancy and I. There's no one. Can I say me and Nancy? Just me and Nancy.
It's just Nancy and me is really what you should be saying. I mean, I hate to have to constantly go over grammar with you. It's exhausting.
We just started the interview. That's one.
I know.
I get 3 strikes.
In this interview, you get 3 strikes. In our history.
In our history, oh, forget it. I'm already up. Please, are you kidding me? I'm awful. I'm bad with that. I got to figure that out. Next time I talk to you, you can test me on grammar and see if I'm getting better.
All right, that sounds like a fair shake. Thank you.
That sounds like a really exciting part of the interview.
Yeah, it sounds like an episode people are going to be dying to see.
Oh, did you see the Chelsea Grammer episode?
Chelsea Grammer. I can team up with Kelsey Grammer, and we can both double team you on your grammar.
Do you have your Halloween costume yet? If not, if you could be Chelsea Grammer. I'm just saying. Are you a Halloween person? I feel like you were, and now you're not.
That's weird that you would think that, but I'm not into dressing up. I feel like it's degrading. You know what I mean? I'm not into costumes. You're a good sport, and I don't have a good sport attitude. I'm kind of like a Scrooge when it comes to people telling me what to do on a certain day of the year. I take offense to that. It's like Christmas. No, don't tell me when I'm supposed to give my friends and family gifts and celebrate something I don't even believe in.
I agree with you, by the way. Don't tell me what you want for Christmas. That's the whole idea of no. I'm giving a gift. I'm just giving, and either you take it or you go, wow, okay.
Yeah.
You get what you get.
This Christmas is going to be different because, like like you, I spent a lot of time with my family, but I spent a lot of time. They descended upon my house when quarantine started. My sister Simone, who I used to like a lot more, and her 3 children, they lived with me for 2 months, and that was wonderful to see my house being used in that way. But it was a lot of time with children that I chose not to have on my own. Yeah. So it felt like, wait a second, I made the right decisions in my life, yet I'm being punished. And then over the summer, we went on like a 2-week family vacation with my entire family. Aww. And with all my nieces and nephews. So for Christmas, they're like, what's the plan for Christmas? And we usually go to Canada. I'm like, we can't get into Canada this year because we're pariahs. We can't go skiing. I said, so I guess everyone's on their own this year for COVID. We already had the vacation at Martha's Vineyard. And my brother actually had the audacity to say to me, what about you coming east and we all go skiing in Vermont? I go, I don't think you're getting the message. I'm not celebrating Christmas with you guys, okay?
No.
I want to be alone.
You're like, I don't go to you. We go to a place, but I'm not going to go over that. I think you're going to go.
I'm not going to Vermont. I'm not.
Turns out I don't know you at all.
No, you don't. It doesn't seem like the more we talk, the less it seems like you know.
I've read the books. I've seen the specials. I watched the show. I've seen everything, the evolution. I'm not segueing yet, but the evolution of your career. I've been there. We're getting close.
You have.
I have the long setup, so I say evolution, then eventually we'll get to the setup, but not yet.
Should I just wait here?
Yes, you should just wait there. I was just thinking it was my grammar correct on that. You're very open about how therapy has helped you become a more patient person. In some ways. Is that something that you have to work on all the time and still do?
Well, yes. I mean, for sure. If I could have learned how to get hands on my patients, anyone can. And, you think you're doing well. Like, I think I'm, making a lot of improvements. I'm less reactive. But when I came home this last trip, I had been gone for like 2 months. I shot my special. I went on my family vacation. Then I rented a house in Maine for a couple weeks. And I came home and my assistant had all the decks painted black, dark black paint on my wood, my Ipe wood and my house. And I think, like, oh, I'm reasonable. I'm a rational person. I walked outside, saw my decks in my house encompass everything, and I went off. I was like, how could you think that I would think that this would look good? Black paint. I go, it's too hot to even walk on. The dogs are going to scald their little baby paws. And then I couldn't believe it. I go, how could you think I would like paint? How could you paint wood?
Am I a person that looks like they like painted wood? Don't you know me?
And I looked, and I'm like, oh, and as soon as it's out, and I'm screaming and saying these words and being such a small person, and I'm worried about my stupid decks when we're in the middle of a pandemic, I was like, shut up, shut up, shut up. You're being a bitch. Shut up, shut up. Stop talking, stop talking. And I'm like, you think you're all, fixed or better, and then you have a slip up like that, and that was really embarrassing. I had to apologize to my assistant because I had an outburst like I hadn't had in years. So it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I have to call your therapist because I have the same problem. Did you? Let's get into something that's less stressful. Did you watch the debate last night?
You know what? I took myself out to dinner instead of watching the debate because I've heard that idiot talk for 4 years, and I don't need to hear him say another word. I mean, seriously, my blood pressure, you can already tell when I get enervated. It's not good for anybody, so I can't watch him talk. No, thanks.
Go.
You heard about my ex-boyfriend, right? 50 Cent and his support of Donald Trump.
Yeah, what's going on between you? I saw your tweets, and I go, wait, what's happening? Because you said he was your favorite ex-boyfriend, and then what does he do? He's supporting Trump?
He says he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes, which, by the way, isn't a plan of Joe Biden's. That's a lie. So he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes because he doesn't want to go from being 50 cent to 20 cent. And I had to remind him that he was a black person, so he can't vote for Donald Trump, and that he shouldn't be influencing an entire swath of people who may listen to him because he's worried about his own personal pocketbook. So I haven't heard back from him yet, but I am willing to, seal the deal in more ways than one if he changes his mind and publicly denounces Donald Trump. I might be willing to go for another spin, if you know what I'm talking about.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on.